The text came at 12:47 a.m. I was already awake. She was in the shower, humming softly, as if the night hadn't split something open between us. Unknown number. No greeting. I'm sorry. You deserved better than what she said tonight. My thumb hovered over the screen. I didn't need clarification. I'd heard enough already. The restaurant had been loud. Glasses clinking, laughter floating like perfume. Her friends leaned in close, wine-drunk and careless. She knows it won't last, one of them said. And my wife, my composed, curated, always calculating wife, smiled. He's comfortable, she'd replied. But I've outgrown him. I'm above that phase now. They laughed. Not cruelly. Worse, casually, as if I were an outdated appliance she hadn't thrown away yet. I'd been standing just beyond the archway, invisible, unaccounted for. I stepped forward, smiling the way you smile when something inside you has already calcified. No need to drag it out, I said evenly. Let's end it. The laughter stopped. Her face drained. I left before she could perform damage control. And now her best friend, apparently the only one with a spine, was texting me apologies. The shower turned off. Steam drifted into the hallway. I stared at the message. You deserved better. No, I deserved the truth. And tonight it had introduced itself. She came into the bedroom wrapped in a towel, eyes red-rimmed but steady. You embarrassed me, she said first. I'm sorry. Not you misunderstood. Embarrassed. I watched her like you study a fracture in glass. When were you going to tell me I was below you? I asked quietly. She flinched at the phrasing. I didn't mean it like that. But she had. Her friends weren't shocked. That was the part that mattered. They'd heard this narrative before. She sat on the edge of the bed, voice tightening. You've been stagnant. I'm evolving. My career is accelerating. The circles I'm in now, they're different. And I'm not? Silence. That was answer enough. But the text still burned in my mind. Her best friend wouldn't risk this kind of betrayal over a drunken insult. There was more. Is there someone else? I asked. Too calm. Her jaw set. Defensive reflex. Don't do that. Don't try to twist this into something ugly, which meant it already was. I nodded slowly, filing away micro-expressions. The slight delay. The way she avoided eye contact on that specific question. I've always trusted patterns more than promises, and tonight her pattern shifted. She slept on the couch. I didn't sleep at all. I didn't confront her the next morning. I made coffee, asked about her meetings, kissed her cheek before she left. Routine is the perfect camouflage. By noon, I had access to what I needed. Shared phone plan, cloud backups, metadata doesn't lie. There it was, a number saved under a female colleague's name, frequent late-night calls, deleted message threads, except nothing is ever fully deleted. Fragments remained. Last night was perfect. He suspects? Not yet. My pulse didn't spike. It slowed. That's how you know the shock has turned into something else. Calculation. I ran the number. Not her colleague. A venture capitalist she'd mentioned twice. Always in passing. Always dismissively. He thinks he's charming, she'd said once. Projection is fascinating. I traced hotel receipts hidden in expense reports. Cross-referenced conference dates. It wasn't emotional evolution. It was opportunism. She wasn't outgrowing me. She was auditioning for an upgrade. That's what hurt. Not the sex. Not even the deception. But the narrative she constructed, where I was the limitation she'd bravely endured. By evening, I had screenshots, timelines, confirmation, and then another text from her best friend. She thinks he's going to leave his wife. I exhaled slowly. So she wasn't the only one performing. Good. That made this cleaner. I didn't need a shouting match. I needed alignment. And I needed witnesses. She came home radiant. New dress, subtle perfume, phone buzzing face down on the counter. "I've been thinking," she began carefully, "maybe we should take space." Of course. Preemptive exit strategy. I placed a thin folder on the dining table. "I agree," I said. She blinked. I slid the first screenshot toward her. Then the call logs. Then the hotel invoice with both their names. Her color drained in stages. "This isn't," she started. "Don't," I said softly. That stopped her. I wasn't angry. Anger would have given her leverage. "I know about him," I continued. "I know about the conferences that weren't conferences. I know he's still very married." Her breathing sharpened. "You went through my phone?" I went through facts. Tears welled. Genuine. Not for me. For the collapse of her strategy. He said he was leaving her. They all say that. She sank into the chair. For the first time in years, she looked small. "You were going to leave me after he secured you," I said. "That was the plan." Silence confirmed it. The truth hung between us, sterile and precise. No theatrics, just exposure. "I've already sent the documentation," I said calmly. Her head snapped up. "To who?" "His wife." The air left her lungs. "And the board he sits on," I added. "Conflict of interest policies are strict." "You wouldn't—" "I did." She stood abruptly, panic finally surfacing. "You'll ruin him." "No," I corrected. "He ruined himself." "And me?" I met her eyes. "You ruined you." Her phone began vibrating again. Relentless. She didn't pick it up. Didn't need to. The implosion had started. "This didn't have to be public," she whispered. "Neither did you calling me beneath you." That was the only edge in my voice. I stood. "There's a separation agreement already drafted. You'll receive it tomorrow. You planned this?" I considered that. "No," I said. "You did." "I just finished it." And as she collapsed back into the chair, career, affair, reputation unraveling in real time, I felt something unfamiliar. Not triumph, not even relief. Just equilibrium. I moved out that night. Not dramatically, methodically. Clothes, documents, laptop, essentials. As I closed the door behind me, I didn't look back. My phone buzzed once more. Her best friend. "I didn't think you'd go that far." Neither did I. But betrayal recalibrates you. For weeks, she'd been rewriting our marriage into a stepping stone, reducing me to a placeholder she'd outgrown. What she never understood was this. I wasn't stagnant. I was observant. I wasn't beneath her. I was beside her. And when she chose to climb over me, she miscalculated the drop on the other side. By morning, the investor's resignation would be public. By afternoon, her firm would begin asking questions. By the end of the week, she would understand the difference between evolution and erosion. I blocked her number before sunrise. No speeches. No second chances. Just clarity. Some people leave quietly. Others are removed. I didn't drag it out. I ended it.